Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be trying the Beauty Bay Neutral palette. This is what it looks like. It's a 42 shade palette, and for me it's more of a pinky palette than a neutral. I will be using some primers that I love and I trust. So this is the Sigma eyeshadow base primer, and this is the Revolution Primer Lock. I haven't done my base because I don't know if it has a lot of fallout. So on this side it will be the Primer Lock by Revolution. Blend it out with the side of the powder puff. And this one the Sigma one. This one is a bit of a more pink shade. I think this is shade Persuade. So I don't know if it will affect the color of how it looks on the eye. Blend it out with the other side of the powder puff. If you want to use concealer you can, but I have oily skin and oily eyelids, so it doesn't work for me even if I set it with powder. On this side I will do a warm tone. I will use only the brown shades, and on this one I will use the pinker shades to see how they perform, and I will use one of the shimmers as well. I'm starting off with the shade Pancake. I'll start blending it into the crease by tapping motions because I want to see if it has any fallout. So as you can see, it's very light even for me, but also the primer makes it look even pinker, so I think it's quite effective. I've been building it up a bit to the front of my brows and also to the back because I want to make it like a smoky brown eye. So I'm blending it out the edges. Don't worry about it. We will correct it with foundation if it falls down, and we will make it more sharp. It's blending pretty easily. I think I need to blend it a bit more. This is a BH eyeshadow brush. It's like a crease. It's a very small brush. It's a detail one, and I will pick up the shade Pecan. I think it's this one. Yeah, that one. And I will put it out on the outside corner of my eye, and I will blend it out. It's a bit light for what I want to do, but I think I'm gonna build the transition shades until I want them to look like something darker. So I think I will pick up the shade Cowboy to build up the darker corner, and I will put it on with pressing motions like this. We don't want like rough edges, and swirl it around to blend it. I will pick up the black shade on the same brush, and I will put it very gently right there, lower. Don't touch the crease with this black. Just want the outer corner to be there darker because I want it more smoky. I'll raise it up a bit because the brown are not that dark, and I want it to be deeper. So I will continue. It's not the most dark black I ever seen. It's more like a grayish black, but it's nice. It blends nicely. It's not falling on my face at all, which is shocking because it's a black, so usually they're a bit crumbly. So I'm adding a bit more because the browns didn't make me that wowed by it. I want a very dark smoky brown, and I will bring it to the crease because I want more of a shape, which I know I was saying something else at the beginning, but I changed my mind. So I'm gonna blend it some more, and then I'm gonna take my first brush, which I took the Pecan shade I think, and I'm gonna blend it over it to make it seamless. I'm not gonna cut my crease because and I'm not gonna apply setting spray because I want to see how the shimmers act on a dry primer. So this is pretty much blended. The black is a bit patchy at the moment because I blended with the bigger shade, so I'm gonna add it back because it lost the intensity that I wanted. So I'm gonna tap it back in, and I'm gonna do circular motions like Jack Hill. And that's about it. It's a bit patchy, I'm not gonna lie, but it is what it is. I think for the shimmer I want the gold, so I'm gonna take Locket, and I'm gonna take with my finger because I want to see how it is applied with my finger. It's a very nice shimmer. It fell down my face a bit, but it looks nice. And I'm gonna blend it to the dark black shade and up to the crease because I want to make my eyes look bigger because I have hooded eyes. I'm gonna take the small BH brush and I'm gonna blend the edges to the black because it looks weird if you don't. And because we added the black, we can go to the crease too to see. I will drag it to make the outer corner more of a cat eye, which I know changed everything that I did from before. And I will take back the Pecan shade and I will blend it out. Is the brown one. It's okay. Also on the other eye where I have the Revolution primer, I will use the pink shades, so I'm going to use different brushes. So I will start with the crease brush and I will take the shade Mauve, which is this one here. I don't know if you can see it. It's a very dusty mauve. Put it again into the outer corner and blend it. It shows up more purple on the skin than a mauvey pink. It looks very nice because I love pink. And I will take it to the crease. Blends better than the brown. I don't even have to work very hard for it. It blends in a few seconds. It looks very nice. I don't know if it's the primer or not, but no. So I blended the pink. It's seamless. It's very nice. So I think it might be the primer because this one is a bit drier for like I use it in the summer when I have very oily skin. So now it looks really nice. We'll take the shade Iris, which is right next to it, which is a deeper purple, but it's also like neutral. It's not a vibrant purple, and I will take it to the crease, no, to the outer corner, and I will blend it in, and I will bring it a bit because I want to make my eyelid look bigger. This shade, which I know will be a bigger mistake, but I wanted to make it deeper because you can do really much. So I'm putting it in the outer corner and it blends really nicely. It's gonna be very pretty. It to the outer corner, and I'm gonna bring it a bit higher than this because I want the definition. It pretty much blends very fast for a red shade. It's not really a red shade. It's more like a maroon, like a dark maroon, but it looks very nice. Because I had to work a bit much with the dark black, and now that I look up close, it's a bit of a have a lot of fallout on my face in comparison to this side, which I don't have a lot. And I will take the shade Cocktail, which is this shimmer metallic one. I'll put it on the lid. It's not exactly the most vibrant color. It's pretty muted, but I wanted to blend in, and I think I will take another shade to the lid, which is Trophy, which is like a darker purple. This one right there. And I think I will put it over top to maybe make it a bit more cool tone. It's not as vibrant as this one, but then maybe I will take Saddle, which is bright, to make it brighter, and I will add it on top. It looks more like a pink right now, which is what I like. So this is the eyeshadow for now, and I like this eye better, but I like pink more, so I guess I'm biased. I want to do something very glowy today, so I'm using the e.l.f. Hello Glow Booster for Radiant Skin, and I think it's in the shade 1, because I'm Ghost. It's a bit yellow on me, which I think might be a bit more of a neutral shade, but it was selling out, so I had to get it. I had the Charlotte Tilbury wand. I bought it from Cult Beauty, and because I live on the 2nd floor, I have my makeup set up by the window, so I was doing it last summer with my window open, and it fell down, and I had it for 1 day, and it was broken from the first day, and I spent what, like 40 pounds on it, or what the hell is that priceless, and I'm never buying anything from Charlotte Tilbury again because of that. I'm heartbroken. But I tried it because I still had managed to save like half of it last time, and it's the same thing, so don't buy it. I will blend it out with a brush because I want it to cover me up a bit, which I know is a bit weird when it's a serum that's supposed to give you a glow and not coverage, but I'm not normal. So it blends really nicely. It's like a serum, but it's not very hydrating, that's the thing. It just gives you a glow and it makes you look like you actually slept, which I don't. So as you can see, it's the lightest shade, but it looks orange on me, which is great. I never realized how pasty white I am until now on camera. I usually wear it underneath my foundation if I do it, which I always forget to do because it is what it is. Hydrating Camo Concealer in the shade Fair Warm, which might add, the concealer, the matte one, is very different from this one. I have the same shade in both, but the matte one is like a pink and this one is like a peach, which is very weird because they're both Fair Warm, which I will understand for this one to be like a peachy one, but that one is Fair Warm and it's a pink undertone. For the brush, I have to make brushes. I have an addiction. So I found it finally. This is my Real Techniques brightening concealer. I think it's number 242. It went viral on Instagram or TikTok, and it's an okay brush. I have the orange version as well because that's the first that I bought, but I got this in a Christmas set, and everybody on TikTok said it's seamless, which, you know, sure, it's seamless. It's not. It still leaves streaks, but, and I seen on TikTok that they have like tubes for Real Techniques, and I think it's from like the actually dropshipping company that Real Techniques use, and I'm not saying that, but it looks identical, so I think Real Techniques might be using a dropshipping company to make them, which is not surprising because all companies kind of do that. It's secret. And you know, last year, no, not last year, I bought like 3 months ago the Beauty Bay boxes, which are like gift boxes, and I got an Anastasia Beverly Hills mascara, and it looks nice, and it's like heavy metal, which is so heavy in comparison to mine. I haven't tried it yet and I haven't opened it yet because I don't want to waste it, because supposedly you're supposed to throw them out after like 3 months, which is like 3 months. I spend my money on you want me to throw it away after 3 months? Are you mental? For cream contour, I will be using the Simple Beauty Erase and Boost base, which is supposedly a concealer and an eyeshadow base, but it's a grease. Like if I leave it, sometimes it changes like the formula every day. Sometimes when I open it, has like a shine layer over it, because I don't know if it's expired or not, because I had it for like a month, but it goes from like greasy to matte, and on the eyelids it's sheer, because I don't know who's gonna use that sheer over concealer. But this is in the shade 12, which looks very dark, but my foundation is already dark enough that, you know. This is a Practic brush, which I think is a Sigma owned brand, and I found them at TK Maxx, which is, if you want like cheaper brushes that are better than like drugstore ones, just go to TK Maxx and you'll find a lot of Japanese brushes, and if there's any Americans there, I think it's TJ Maxx, and it's I don't know how to contour my face because I gained a lot of weight, so this is the best that I could do. It blends really nice into the skin because it's such a sheer formula, so it's not gonna leave you looking like a Oompa Loompa if you're wearing the right shade, so which I don't. I'm already an Oompa Loompa, so I can manage to become even more of an Oompa Loompa. Okay, oof, I applied a bit more on that. It's very hard to use this because if you don't use a light hand, it can be a lot, but as a concealer, it's not it. So I will blend it out a bit, and it's like this. And oh yeah, subscribe to my channel. I forgot to say that, so subscribe, please. Oh my god, I hate this. For blush, it's the Rare Beauty Joy Blush liquid one, and I will use a dot because this is very pigmented and I'm scared. And I will use the same brush because I want it to blend the skin well. this is a bit harder for beginners to use, so I wouldn't buy this as a first cream blush. Even though you love Selena, you should use very small amounts and blend it like cheek by cheek. So don't apply like a dot here like me and a dot there if you can't blend things fast, because it dries really easily. It's very glowy and beautiful. I love Selena. I can't stand with this. I will apply the filter to my neck because I'm dying on the inside. Like, look how orange it is. Like, why did I buy this? I don't use it because it darkens up all my foundations, which sucks because it's such a nice glow. But I don't really have lighter shades, which is unfair. So I'll drag it on my neck so I look like a overall Oompa Loompa, because I don't tan a lot. You know, I don't tan, so I don't wanna. Jesus, now it looks more, and my ears as well. If you have like a shade that doesn't match you, don't forget the ears. My contour looks a bit dodgy here, so I'm using it over the top to blend it out, and again over my ears because it looks disgusting if I don't blend it in. This is very glowy. So some things happened while I was doing my mascara off camera. I'm not gonna scream. Wait, I'll let it dry. If it dries, you can scrape it off with a spoolie.